Hello, I'm Elizabeth Puranam in Doha with the headlines on Al Jazeera. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky will meet NATO leaders on the final day of a summit in Lithuania. Zelensky has criticised NATO's decision not to provide a time frame for Ukraine joining the alliance. Our diplomatic editor James Bays has more from Vilnius.
We're going to see President Zelensky here. He was with the leaders, most of the leaders last night for the dinner. Not clear really what the tone of those conversations was, but he looked pretty friendly when he greeted the leaders in the pictures we saw. But what are his words going to be today? Is he going to back down from his very strong criticism of the communique when he speaks? And it's here around the table with the leaders, the first meeting of a new body, the NATO-Ukraine Council.
Russia has launched drone attacks in Ukraine's capital for the second night in a row. Air defense systems have been deployed in Kyiv. It's one of the heaviest bombardments in recent weeks. In other news, the UN Security Council has failed to renew its mandate for aid delivery into rebel-held territory in Syria. The Bab el-Hawa crossing has closed, affecting 4 million people in need of assistance. Hundreds of African migrants are stranded at the Tunisia-Libya border. Tunisia's government says it's transported some of them to shelters, but many remain and say they're in desperate need of food and water. Iran's President Ebrahim Raisi has arrived in Kenya. He'll meet with President William Ruto to discuss trade. It's the first visit by an Iranian leader to the African continent in more than a decade. Thailand's foreign minister has confirmed he met with Myanmar's ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi. The meeting happened last week and she was reportedly in good health. He spoke as foreign ministers from the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, gathered in Indonesia to discuss the crisis in Myanmar. Heavy rain is disrupting rescue efforts in northern India. At least 72 people have died in the past few weeks. Over the weekend, parts of Himachal Pradesh received a month's worth of rain in just a day. Tourists are being asked to stay away from a volcano that's erupting in southwestern Iceland. The volcano is 30 kilometers away from the capital, Reykjavik.